What up?
Welcome to 5150.
How y'all doing? You're
How-
back again.
We are. It's like herpes. We come back when in opportune times.
That's so weird. Herpes is forever. I remember the first time I found out periods weren't once a year; they were once a month. I was just like, "Oh my god, that's crazy." Born blessed.
Well, I mean, I've been in relationships where that monthly period bounces around. It's never the same time, and,
wow.
and it was medically correct. I mean,
Okay, that's good.
hers was just all over the place, but it's hard to plan for that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I tried
Well, it depends on the and we're getting into women's issues here.
I hook up with women with good moon cycles, you know.
with good moon
Gotta
cycles.
be lined up with the moon and shit. When it's full, I know what's happening.
Shit. I think we're stepping into murky water.
Yeah, you're
talking
right.
about.
Just welcome back. we did come back. That's what
We came back.
Yeah.
We came back. We
Good
acknowledge
call.
our mistake.
Got to rein that one in.
Yeah. Let's just flip one. Let's talk about the biggest thing that happened last week: the Mayweather Paul dancing exhibition.
We'll call it a fight. We'll call it fight in quotations.
I don't care what anybody says. Paul was knocked the F out on his feet. Logan Paul got knocked the fuck out.
He definitely, I mean, he has bragging rights to say now that he's done that. But yeah, I think he was carried, like, you know, he was allowed to, I think Floyd Mayweather was being nice to him. But also, like, man, I didn't see the whole fight, but everything I saw was great. Like, Floyd was lighting him up, and this fool was just, every punch he threw, Floyd was just, you know, dodging and shucking and diving.
There are two videos that play repeatedly. One is when Logan Paul went in with a fury of punches. Mm-hmm. At moments he looked polished and looked like he knew what he was doing, and at other times he looked like a junior high fight, just wailing and swinging the arms and praying something lands.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the fact that he went toe to toe with hands down arguably the best in the world.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, whether you like his fighting style or not, I don't like it. I'm more of a brawler. I want to see somebody get knocked the fuck out. I don't like technical boxing. Mm-hmm. I don't like small ball baseball. Mm-hmm. I like it. I like excitement. I like the home runs. I like the heavy punches. I like the Mike Tyson 90-second knock you smooth in the next week.
Man, Mike Tyson would hit people in the body and they would get knocked out.
Yeah, I've seen men almost in tears going back and looking at some of Tyson's best fights.
It's so crazy.
I hit somebody in the kidney and you could almost see the tears.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, when I was in Little League, I got hit in the kidney by a stray baseball, and I pissed blood for like 3 days.
Ooh.
It was fucking scary, man. I remember seeing the blood coming out of my penis, and I'm looking at it going, what the, like, it feels like it should hurt, but it didn't hurt. It was just regular flow. And then my mom took me to the emergency room. They made me pee in a cup. And they're like, we're going to have to run tests on it. And I'm like, what? Like, even I know. I'm like a little kid, and I know there's fucking blood in there. Like, you
Right,
can see
yeah,
it.
that's not good.
But yeah, they just said I had a bruised kidney. So
I've only seen that one time somebody peeing blood, and my little brother actually did it.
wow.
I actually got in trouble for it. He wrecked his bicycle. He racked himself on a little bar that goes in between.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but he didn't want to tell mom and Schemo. But I'm like, whatever. I mean, he got it racked in the nuts. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. He cried for a second, but that's normal when you get hit in the
Yeah,
balls.
that's an actual normal reaction.
And then that night he went and peed and he had blood in his urine, and I got in trouble because we didn't tell us. I didn't know.
Yeah, how would you know? No, watching the urine flow.
I didn't tell everybody every time I got hit in the dick.
Yeah. It took me 2 pisses before I told my mom that I was pissing blood. Like, the first time I thought it was a fluke. I was like,
How old were you?
let's see. I was in minor league baseball, so I was definitely not in middle school yet. So fifth grade and under.
Minor league baseball was the Indians. No, that was major. Oh yeah, no, still the Indians. Yeah, that was kid.
Yeah, I was a little kid, man. I was a pitcher, and a ball came, and I turned, and it just hit me in the back bat. And then, so I didn't really think much of it, but it bruised my kidney. So those kidney shots, man, do a lot more damage than people know.
You and everybody Mike Tyson fought knows.
Oh my God, man.
Do you think Mayweather got paid extra to carry this guy?
I know he did.
I mean, Mayweather got paid what, $112 million.
That's what the boxer got paid.
How much extra?
Not to mention that he also his production or promotion company did everything, so he got paid on that too. He got paid, like.
Oh yeah, the $112 million is probably not the total that he made off that.
No.
I'm talking about the purse.
Yeah.
They got $112 million, and Logan Paul got $18 million.
If I could make $112 million in a night, I would do it too. Like if you just have to babysit some little kid, make him like that. Like I mean, he's not a little kid, but still and he's popular, so he's got a good reach and shit. But it just seemed really weird to be allowed to get into this high level situation, just by pranking your way into it, kind of. Just be like he kind of assholed his way into this fight.
Well,
it's like, all right,
both the Paul brothers have douchebagged their way into every bit of success they've got.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, I don't like that. I guess. I mean, I guess it's okay. It's none of my business. It's just like,
it's hard to watch sometimes because I mean it's such a popular following.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like I don't know their following too much. I need to learn. Like, I just heard about them when they one of the brothers fought Nate Robinson and knocked him out, and I was like, oh shit, who are these guys? I didn't really do much research after that, but
you didn't know who Nate was?
No, I didn't. Nate Robinson, basketball player. I mean, I didn't. I don't even know basketball that well, to be honest, but I knew the team he played for.
Nate Robinson was a damn good ball player, but he played ball with a little man complex.
He looked way littler than the guy.
Oh, it was. I think he may have been shorter than Spud Webb.
Yeah, no, he was like 5'9", something like that.
Yeah, I mean.
No, Spud Webb was like 5'6" or something, 5'5".
Oh yeah, he's 5'6".
He was
yeah.
tiny, but
I mean, okay, he was 2 or 3 inches taller than Spud Webb.
Still, like it didn't look like a good fight. Like if you watch, most of the fights I've watched. I mean, growing up, I saw like classic boxing, I guess a little bit, but most of the fights I watched consciously was MMA fights, and they have weight classes, and it's all within like 10 to like it's like within like 10 to 12 pounds. You're in another weight class. I felt like when that guy fought Nate Robinson, he was in a higher weight class.
Well, definitely. I mean, but I believe in the Mayweather fight, Logan Paul had him by he would be in another weight class. He could.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mayweather gave up reach. He gave up size. He gave up height.
But Mayweather can do that. Nate Robinson is a basketball player, not a fighter. You don't go and fight if you don't know how to fight. Don't fight the biggest guy in the room. I mean.
Well, unless you're in prison, sometimes you got to.
Well, yeah, but then you have to. I mean, I'm just saying, this wasn't prison shit. In prison, you can use a weapon. You don't need the size doesn't matter when you got a good fucking weapon, man. But I'm just saying, like it just seemed like for Nate Robinson, I felt like if he was gonna make a fight debut or whatever he was doing, he should have done it with someone more his size. I think. I mean, and Logan Paul or whatever Paul was doing that, he should have fought someone his size. Like I've got to see someone.
But the problem is there's just not a big enough pull for these exhibition type fights.
There's fighters out there that would fight them. They just want to fight big name people.
But who are the?
There's fighters.
There's people that are lined up that want to whip the shit out of all the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you they won't take them because there's no profit in them for them.
You saw them
they can't make millions on it. They're not going to waste their time.
You saw him get lumped up by Floyd Mayweather's security. Those are just a couple of guys being nice. Like they just caught you and they just had, they lumped him up pretty good, but that wasn't their wrath.
Oh yeah.
I feel like any one of those guys would have whooped his ass too. But
yeah, we've been sitting here, I believe, talking this whole time with on mute.
No, it's not on mute.
That's not on mute on the bottom?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Trust us. See that right there? Bam.
Okay.
See when we talk, that line's green? Technical, you guys see a little bit behind the scenes right there. We're tech savvy dudes. No, I just don't think this out of weight class thing is right. It makes fighters seem better than they are. Ronda Rousey, she started out fighting in the UFC at I forgot her weight, 130 or 120, something like that. But a lot of the girls couldn't make that weight, but they still wanted to fight, so they just put her in the lowest weight class. So it's anything up to this weight, and Ronda Rousey beat everyone that she was 10 to 15 pounds more than, 20 pounds more than. Until she fought someone her own size and she got whooped up really fast. And then every time after that, she fought someone her own size, she kept getting whooped up. So it's a smart move for these promoters, I think, to like give them kind of easy fights, even though it doesn't seem easy because they're very talented people. But when the person's bigger than you, that's why they have weight classes, you know.
Well, I, for one, am not going to talk shit about Ronda Rousey because she's in the same business we are, and if we get put
Well, I'm not talking
that,
shit.
No, you sound like you want to go toe-to-toe with Ronda.
No, she's a great fighter and stuff. I'm just saying, everyone she fought at first was a lot smaller than her.
I think that was a product of just the popularity of the female MMA at the time.
Yeah.
There wasn't.
I've always liked seeing women fighters, you know.
Yeah, every guy loves to see a woman fight.
Mm-hmm. Man, I used to live in Reno, and they had, I guess Ronda Rousey was kind of big then, but they were still doing women boxing and women MMA like a lot. You know? None of them were Ronda Rousey caliber though, that's for sure. Like
That's the thing. I don't think they have a woman on the MMA roster that could not whip mine and your ass at the same time.
I bet I could beat up at least two of them. and maybe some of the like bantamweight guys, the little 135s. 125 guys, like I might be able to toss one around too.
Oh, I'm confident. I'm confident there's a
Yeah.
handful of the guys that I could.
There's someone in a dojo right now that I can beat the fuck out
Oh
of.
no, definitely.
100%.
But what I'm saying
Ronda
it's a smaller pool.
The problem
in the women's division.
The problem with Ronda Rousey is like, I don't think I would fight back. I would like to get armbarred and rolled around with.
Oh, you're gonna be like Turtle on Entourage.
Kind of, I guess. I haven't seen all of Entourage, but yes, I think I would be most.
Well,
like Turtle.
the gist of that is if Turtle could last, I think it was 60 seconds in the ring with Ronda, she'd go out with him.
Oh wow. I mean, if you can, I think he could run around and avoid her for 60 seconds. That's probably. Oh, the ring's pretty small though. I don't know.
Well, and she's pretty quick. I mean,
saw
it's just a matter of how long can you withstand an armbar.
Well, oh yeah, no.
She's gonna get it on you.
She probably will, but I probably can't stand it that long. But I've trained a little bit. I'm not in any high class fighting level at all, but I think I could you just grab her and hold it, bear hug her a little bit. I know how to protect my arms. She will get the armbar, but it will be. It would maybe be in a few seconds. It won't be instantaneous like some people, possibly. I don't know.
I think I would get in the ring with Ronda Rousey just to see how long it would take her to knock my ass out.
Yeah. I think, honestly, and all due respect, and this is what it is, I wouldn't get in the ring because I wouldn't get in the ring with her because I respect her. But now, she's a wrestler. If the script is right, I would totally get in the ring with her, if the wrestler writers give me a good part.
So you would play slap her?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I think that's dope, and it's.
So you're telling me if they came up and said, "Look, here is the purse. You get $20 million. Go toe to toe Ronda Rousey," you wouldn't do it?
Fuck, $20 million. I would absolutely do it, and I would ask her politely, like, please don't hit me in the head so I don't get brain damage. Like, but go ahead and armbar the shit out of me, whatever. Like, $20 million is $20 million. Now, if that was like 2,000, I'd probably be like, nah.
You wouldn't get in the ring.
Maybe I would. I don't know. I don't know how desperate I am for money.
20,000.
20,000.
20,000.
Yes, I would probably do that because then I can get like a fucking cool ass bike. I'll get another bike.
You've got a badass bike.
I know, and I want another one. I want to get like a different one, like
a different badass bike. Right?
Of course, like there's lots of badass bikes. There's always a bigger, more badass bike out there. Also, I just JD and I love to ride motorcycles, and and right away my mind goes to that. I was like, if I got $20,000, like I could buy a fucking sick bike. It'd be a down payment, and I would owe so little on it.
Oh yeah, if you got a new Harley, what about 17?
So, the ones I was just at a Harley dealership this weekend. Two of them this weekend. Friday I was at Huntington Beach Harley, and then on Saturday I was at Sunday I was at Bartell's Harley.
I love Bartell's. I priced out a bike at Bartell's. I was getting everything I wanted.
Oh, of course.
Just see what it cost, and $37,000.
Yeah. That's why I put 20 on that. I'll be good to go.
No, I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not paying more for a vehicle. I mean, a bike than I did a vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would just say, like, if I was gonna fight someone, $20,000 would be a very easy yes for me, probably.
Okay.
It depends. If it was Mike Tyson, I don't think he could pay me the money to do that, even right now.
You wouldn't get in the ring with Mike Tyson.
Nope.
I would get in the ring with Mike Tyson.
I wouldn't even get
for
him
free.
to train.
For free, just because of the clout that would come with it. It would take balls to get in the ring with Tyson.
It also takes no brains.
Even at 50, well,
I have more brains than balls. Like Mike Tyson, I would love to meet him, but anywhere outside of that ring, in that ring is an ultra danger zone. That's what I think. You got.
I go back and forth on if I would want to meet Mike Tyson or not and hang out with him. I mean, me, yes, your gut instinct is yes, he's like a cool dude, but I know me and I talk a lot of shit, and that's a bad motherfucker.
Yep. I think he's very. I think some people don't even register on a threat level to him, so he doesn't even have to worry about it. But then there's other people that are probably like, if they try and like dominate him or something in a conversation or try and talk shit, he'll probably check him really fast.
I think as far as the threat level goes, I probably register right below a Chihuahua to Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson had a tiger. I think he's honestly fear of no man.
Oh no, I mean Tyson got money. He was doing white boy shit. He bought a fucking tiger, bro.
He was like, I'll be like Siegfried and Roy. But I forgot what I was about to say. This weed's good? No.
This weed's good. That is good.
No, Mike Tyson, that's what I was going to say. Mike Tyson, his Tyson Ranch is opening up like a resort in El Segundo, which is not very far from where we are right now.
Oh, no, that's by the airport.
Yeah, and it's going to be, I heard it's going to be like a venue for like concerts and shit.
Oh, shit.
And then it's also going to be like his luxury weed products he has there, so he's just like...
I was going to ask you, when we got around to it, have you tried any of his...
Yeah, I've smoked his
I've not tried. What's it even called? I've heard that he has...
He has lots of different flavors. It's under Tyson Ranch, and then there's lots of strains under there. But I've had some. A buddy of mine, I have a couple of friends that are in this thing called the Nug Club.
I know about the Nug
So
Club.
once a month they get delivered just random stuff. You kind of tell them what kind of things you like sativas or indicas or edibles or whatever, and then they just kind of send you random shit.
Oh, nice.
And it's just get a box every month. It's fucking cool. It's like it's actually I think a pretty good deal too, because I think it's like $120 a month, but you probably get $200, $250 worth of product. And
I at one time got a gift. It was cheese of the month.
Oh, nice! I'd fuck with that.
Well, I mean, it was cool for about 4 months, and then it got redundant, and there were cheeses that they send is just unfreaking edible.
Yeah,
I mean that's the same thing with liquor. There's just some that's not for you.
Yeah, that's what.
But I that got to where it just annoyed me that this shit showed up for 8 more months.
Yeah.
But this Nug Club where you get shit once a month, you said?
Yeah, you can designate
that if you're looking for a Christmas birthday present for me, that's a good one to get me. If you send weed weed sent to the house once a month, we're best friends.
Oh man, like my friend always shows me when he gets his box. I get pictures. Look at what's in the box this time. Sometimes it's, you get random stuff, but I've never seen anything that bad in it. You get pre-rolled joints if you like joints. Pre-rolled blunts if you like blunts. Always just flour if you like flour. You can get dabs and wax and shatter and all that stuff. Whatever you like. And then they'll send you randoms of that. But I've had some really good stuff in there. I can't remember them all, but Tyson Ranch did come through there, and it was awesome weed. Like I
wanted to try it.
No complaints. Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
This
the weed right now that I want to try, and I mean I haven't really gone out of my way to try and find it, but here in LA they have it. It's Kevin Smith's weed. It's like the Jay and Silent Bob weed. That stuff is supposed to be like 45% THC. It's some of the strongest shit I've ever heard of.
Oh shit!
So I haven't had any yet, and I'm not gonna pay $100 for an eighth. I'm not that kind of guy.
No.
Like I fucking no, hell no. But if I have friends or if anyone wants to smoke me out with that, I'll definitely take a hit. I want to try it so bad. Kevin Smith, I know you watch this shit podcast. He send me some.
He's the first one. This is my new thing. A friend introduced me to this. This is called tonic.
Yeah, tonic.
This is badass. This is actually liquid. It's 100 milligrams in this thing, and it is just liquid THC. It's liquid cannabis. You have 20 milligrams to your beer, to your water. And what I love about this thing, it's not like your typical edibles. Mm-hmm. You don't have to wait 45 minutes to an hour before you feel it. This son of a bitch will dick slap you in 10.
Oh, nice. Gotta love that. I mean, I like some edible weeds a lot.
And follow. It's got lines on it, and I highly recommend following those lines.
That's good. Like dosage lines.
Oh yeah, I mean we I forget what day it was that we were fishing and drinking all day. I think it was Sunday. I got a little carried away with this tonic, and then try to figure out later why am I still so fucked up.
I know that, man. Like a few weeks ago, like the reason I'm wearing my sunglasses is an homage to this. Like a few weeks ago, I did a comedy show, a private party comedy show, for a bunch of like this family out in Yerba Linda, and after I got up on stage because it was like in a backyard and shit. And it was kind of during the day. It's just like nothing good settings for comedy. It was a fun time though, but I had my sunglasses on, and then they called me up to stage, and I went up there, and about maybe like 7 minutes into my set, I realized I had my sunglasses off, and I was like, fuck it, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going. And I'm glad, because right after I got off set, after the headliner closed out, we're wrapping everything up, people are coming in, telling us like about the show and shit, how they liked it or whatever. And this one guy goes, do you know what kind of party this is? And I was like, a birthday party. And he goes, no, do you know what kind of people? And I go, no. And he's like, old man. And he goes, that guy over there is FBI, so is he. These guys are police sergeants, like these. And I was like, holy shit! Like I'm so glad I had these sunglasses on.
Oh no shit.
But like I tell a lot of jokes that are fun for everyone, so I didn't feel like I insulted them at all. But it was just very like they're like, you guys want to hang out and party? I was like, no, like everyone else, right? Like no, we don't want to do this at all. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm with you on that. Not that we think bad about cops or anything like that. It's just you just don't do some of the things with Popo.
No, exactly, and like they're tricky motherfuckers. Like I heard this article today. I was telling you like the FBI and Australian government and all these police agencies for like a couple of years were having informants give out these phones that had like a chat app on it. These phones were supposed to be like no one can call them or text them or email them or track them if you're not a part of this platform, which was the app.
Oh wow!
And the app, all these criminals were using it. They had Asian syndicates, outlaw motorcycle clubs, white supremacist groups, like all kinds of like different like just different gangs and shit, mafia and all this were all using this. And yesterday, I believe it was yesterday or sometime in this last weekend, one of the biggest busts to ever go down just went down. It was across 12 countries. Like over 900 officers were involved in doing this. Like all these fools, like they had hundreds of pounds of cocaine confiscated, guns, firearms, like all kinds of weird stuff. They said they had like conversations of like putting hits on people and like all that. I'm just like, dude, that's the trickiest shit I've ever heard. How are you gonna fucking text a hit? Hey, I need you to do a hit. All right, yeah, for sure. I'll do a hit for you. Just give me the address. Like, what the hell? So crazy. Yeah, hundreds of pounds of cocaine.
Hundreds of pounds of cocaine.
That means it's gonna be light. And like, here's the thing that I didn't read in this whole article. It was released on the BBC. Nothing about the United States because I feel like you can't do that shit here. Maybe you probably can. They're probably doing it already.
Right.
But all these fools just got busted. So like. It sounds like the price of cocaine's going up is what I'm getting at. Like
yeah, and I think my plug is supposed to watch this episode, and he's probably gonna fucking tax me just because you heard this.
Yeah, it's going up now, man.
Yeah,
not for the States though, just for everywhere else. I'm hearing.
Yeah, just in Australia. It's only going up in Australia, bro.
Yeah, well, it was in over a dozen countries. I'm trying to find out the name of this app they did. It was called ANOM, ANOM. It was this fucking trick thing that the FBI and all these other countries were doing to stop gangsters and all this shit. So I'm just saying to you guys, don't do crimes on your phone.
don't do crimes, or at least don't do crimes on a phone that was given to you.
Yeah, don't plan them. Don't buy phones from informants or people you think that aren't informants that probably are. It's just so interesting. It's considered a mega bust and all this stuff. I don't know, like a lot of that stuff that they sound like they're getting in trouble for, other than the murders, like the hits, is legal here. Which is another thing. Just another thing I heard that I'm very excited about. California removed their bans on assault rifles. So we can now have real guns, like we can be real Americans fully. And the Los Angeles County Sheriff is hiring more staff to process more concealed carry weapons because he's going to allow people to... LA County was one of the hardest places to get a concealed carry permit, or probably in like the world.
It's probably second to DC.
Yeah, probably DC too, yeah, for sure. But now LA is actively allowing that because of all these crazy shit that's going on. Like they just had that shooting, that road rage shooting. They busted the couple. It was like maybe a Hispanic or white guy, I can't really tell, and then an Asian girl. They were busted a little couple.
Well, here's the thing. We'll wade into this Second Amendment just a little bit. We generally try to stay away from politics, but But just like if somebody were talking about other rights that were being violated, I mean, anybody knows me knows I'm very pro LGBTQIA. Those are my people. I'm straight as an arrow, but I can take my aunt.
Hey, a straight person doesn't have to say that. No, I'm just kidding.
Stop it.
Be nice.
Equality. I speak out against anybody that is trying to hold women back, hold a person of color back, anything. Absolutely. I speak up. When rights are being violated, I will speak up.
Yeah.
The Second Amendment is a fucking right.
Yeah. Well, you know why California was like that? Because the Black Panthers started arming themselves and walking around, and they were like, well, we don't want that, so they made these fucking strict gun laws. That was really fucked up. I mean, so this is a good one to have our rights back, because California is a big part of the Wild West. This was a gun-toting...
Most gun laws are just flat out blatantly racist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The only reason they're in effect is to affect people of color.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
That's right.
I mean, everybody has a God-given right to protect themselves by any means necessary. Mm-hmm. Be it against an invader, be it against our government.
Yeah, man. Or just even robots, That's why we have machine guns, to kill machines. If they uprise, we use the machine guns on them.
Now, with that saying, I do agree with some of the gun laws. Right. I agree with the parts that we shouldn't have machine guns.
Unless the machines rise, then we're going to...
An assault rifle is more than plenty to take out a militant type group.
Yeah, or a couple grenades.
Grenades do a lot faster, but I mean, I don't see machine guns generally are not very accurate to begin with.
Hell no, they're not. They overheat and they.
Yeah, I mean, it's too much heat going through metal at one time consistently. I mean, if you're in a big gunfight.
Sure.
But I mean, assault rifle is assault weapon of any kind is more than you need.
Oh, 100%. I would even say if there was a magic button I could push and turn all guns into 6-shooters only, I think that would be fucking sweet. If it's like, all right, everyone, you can have 2. That's fine. You have 12 shots on you.
I would be cool going back to black powdered rifles and muskets and all that.
Fuck that. I'm too lazy
cool
for
with
that.
As long as everybody else had to do that.
I want to shoot like this.
That's old school, bro.
I know. I watched David Carradine do that, and he was doing a trick called fanning, and each finger would shoot off a round. So he'd be like that, and do like fucking 4 or 5 shots. I was like, oh shit, pretty badass.
I might have to try that too. No, never mind. That's a different type.
Different type of gun.
Different type of gun. Different type of one we're doing.
Yeah, but I totally agree. Like, I feel like the gun restrictions in California come from racism, like you're saying. Like, it's just unfair. It's unfair because like people who don't follow the law don't care about the law.
Exactly. I mean, so and that's the thing. There's too many guns out there now. Period. You're never going to get rid of the guns.
There's more guns than people, I think.
Absolutely.
There's a factory somewhere right now, just like.
I mean, there are warehouses that have more guns than a lot of the states.
Hey, I told you to stay out of my grandma's garage, huh?
Oh, I mean, good luck anybody goes in that one.
Yeah, you're right though. There is, but. Yeah.
I mean, you're never going to get rid of the guns at this point, and you can make all the gun laws you want.
Yeah.
The people that are breaking the laws with the guns aren't fucking worried about the gun laws.
No, I mean, most of the time it's very rare that the criminal has like a registered gun to them. Like it's like this gun is. I mean, it does happen.
Well, no, it's happening more often now.
Yeah, especially with when the cops get fired.
Back in the day, most of the guns that were used in crimes didn't register.
No, yeah, they would file off the you would see in the old movies. Let's file off the numbers, like
I had an uncle when I was a child. I'm not going to say who the uncle was. He flat out told me if he ever had to kill anybody, because a lot of his friends were military and cops, he knew exactly what to do. Take it because he had a 9mm.
Uh-huh.
get you another barrel, change it out, take that barrel in a field, put it on the ground, and step on it.
Yeah.
Just go straight down.
Yeah.
And I was probably 8 years old at that time. People that think along those lines are the problem. I know felons that I would prefer to have a gun than people in my everyday life.
Yeah, I feel like people should have some sort of gun training. If you're going to use a gun, just like a car, you should have some kind of car
I'm
training.
cool with that. I am cool with making it. You have to take a safety course now to go hunting.
Yeah.
Before you go hunting. I'm cool with making people take a safety course.
It's not for fishing.
That's common freaking sense.
Yes, I agree, man. I don't want idiots doing anything. I don't want idiots riding buses publicly. I don't want that at all. I don't want. If you're dumb, I don't want you doing it. I don't want you to be an idiot on a bicycle. I don't want you to be an idiot on a skateboard or roller skates. I don't want you to be an idiot in the bathroom because then I see all piss on the floor and shit. Just idiots everywhere.
We actually, I say we. I actually was having this debate yesterday and a little bit this morning.
Oh, nice.
And I made a comment that the whole gun control issue is a farce. People are not doing it for the reasons that they say they're doing it. They're scared of guns because they've never been around guns. This is the reason most people don't want it.
Yeah.
There are 42,000 people a year that die in car accidents versus the 37,000 people a year that die from gun violence in America.
Yeah, but a lot of those gun violence too, they add up. Those are suicides.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
But,
in that 37,000, over 60%, over half, are suicide.
Yeah.
Over half. So cut that number in half. Cut that 37 in half.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what, 18,500?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, that's still a high fucking number.
Sure.
But go back to what I was saying about the cars. 42,000 people die a year from car accidents. They're not protesting, having picket signs, talking about trying to ban cars. It's not just the lives that get lost in vehicle accidents.
Yeah.
The impact that the auto industry has on the environment is added to that. Cars do so much more damage than guns, but you want to single out guns because you're scared of them. They make loud noises that go bang.
So do those shitty cars, though. Bam!
You saw my first car.
You got a foul plug, bro. Pow!
We talking about cars back from. I used to work for a beer distributorship in Baytown, Texas.
Nice. That sounds cool.
It was cool. But when I come back from doing my route, I drove down the street. It had a basketball court, it had a baseball field, it had a football field. Went down that street every day, and I would intentionally make the thing backfire just to watch everybody die, because it was in a shady part of town.
Oh yeah, man. I remember one time in high school, we had these super long hallways, and I was coming from the outside. I had just walked right in through the door, and someone set off a firework or something. A huge explosion went off right when I walked in. Bam! And I watched everyone in the hall, all the way along this huge hall, drop to the ground. And I was the only one standing up, and I was like, I'd be the dead one. I'd be dead if that was a shooting or something. I had no react. I just heard the boom, and I was like, I want to see what's happening. Everyone dropped. I saw a hallway of students just drop. It was so awesome.
I heard gunshots the other night here. It could have been anywhere.
This is LA. We've gunshots every night.
I don't want to say it was in Marina Del Rey because sound does travel, and it was probably
Venice.
Probably Venice,
Venice is like a block away.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was over past right around 405 on 90.
Okay.
It was that general direction, but I heard. And I thought, because you hear pops all the time, but I said to myself, that sounded like fucking gunshots.
Yeah.
Just the pattern that it was done in. Mm-hmm. It wasn't fireworks, anything like that. And I thought, that probably wasn't gunfire. And then probably a good 2 minutes later, I heard sirens for a solid hour. Not one. I mean, it was all kind of, and I couldn't find shit on the news, and that bothered me.
Yeah, we don't put that shit on the news here. Not often. It has to be really big. It's super crazy. In LA, we do car chases on the news.
We do car chases about once a day.
Yeah. When I was a little kid, there was a guy. He had a dog. He had a dog in his truck. And he put like something he didn't like, HMOs, like it's some kind of health care.
Right. Yeah.
He was like down with HMOs or something like that. I can't remember which one he was. And he was on a bridge and they were filming him and shit. And he, I think he set his truck on fire and then he shot himself in the head. And it was like they interrupted the cartoons that I was watching to show this. And he was like, oh, he had a shotgun. He was like, bam, shoots himself in the head. It was on live TV. And then like cut away, boom. And now they have like a strict thing. I think they don't really show the anything with gun stuff now. I think they don't really show it. They'll talk about it later, maybe.
What gets me is, I mean, there's so many car chases out here in LA. It's really weird. Yeah, I mean, once a day almost you can turn on the TV and see a car chase, and nobody ever gets away.
No,
never. And then I saw one here where they did get away, and it was freaking brilliant. The guy was in a truck and he was running from the popo, and you know how they are. We watched this shit forever. Mm-hmm. About 40 minutes into this car chase, he drives that son of a bitch into the subway, into a tunnel, and they could not find him. He got out and just disappeared.
That's smart.
I mean, that to me sounded like somebody that knew that either an everyday traveler of the subway or an employee of the subway somehow.
Dude, there was like, it's going viral right now, but it just came out this weekend of like a motorcycle chase.
I saw that.
Yeah, this guy's on a street bike. He throws a backpack, and he keeps going. He's being chased. He pulls into a gas station, pulls right behind these people pumping gas. The people get in their car for some reason. He pulls the gas pump out, fills up his tank, like puts some gas in there, throws it back in their car, and then keeps driving. They get him like a little bit later.
Yeah, that was funny.
What a trip, dude! You're gonna run from the cops. Are you low on gas?
Yeah,
I'm not saying to run from the cops, but be prepared to go far. Don't be on an E, dude.
I'm not saying that I have ever ran from the cops, but every time I get pulled over, the first thing I look at is my gas gauge, and I don't know why.
Yeah, that's smart. You just have good intuition. That's all. Nothing wrong with being smart.
I mean, I've done that since day one, and I've been pulled over a bunch. I'm on.
Yeah. Man, when I lived in northern Nevada, I got pulled over like a bunch, and every time they'd arrest me, no matter what. The sheriffs would take me in. They'd let me out a lot of the times, but never anything real. But they would always I'd have to warn people, like, if we're driving to Nevada now, if I get pulled over, they're gonna take me in. So you have to drive to the middle of town, go to the station, and let me out a little bit after, because they don't have anything on me. They're gonna take me in.
See, I grew up in Harris County, and Harris County Jail has always historically been overpopulated.
All right.
Which means if you get arrested on some bullshit ass parking ticket, by the time you see the judge at 2 o'clock in the morning, he's just gonna give you time served.
Nice.
First time I got arrested, I did not know this. I bonded out and I had like $1,500 worth of fucking tickets, and it was all stupid shit. No insurance, no registration, speeding, faulty equipment or something like that. My license plate light wasn't working. I mean, it just crap
That's
like
your
that.
fault. No,
Yeah, I know. I mean, in all fairness, I didn't know it wasn't working, but so I get pulled over and I have all these open warrants. I still don't pay for traffic. I take that back. I actually called my mom. I paid for my first speeding ticket.
He's making this up. He does pay all of his tickets. Any cops, he doesn't have nothing. Don't even look for it. He's saying, for example.
I will say this. I have nothing now. I have nothing now.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. He's all clean. We're law-abiding citizens on this podcast.
We are.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But I got pulled over. They said you got warrants for your arrest, and she was a sweet little deputy. She was like, normally I would just let you off, but they told me you have a lot. I gotta take you out. I'm like, all right, cool. I had $1,500 worth of tickets. So my first time in jail, I called mom, and I'm fucking freaking out. And she bails me out, and I had to pay her back. And I think my bond was like it was like $150. I mean, nothing outrageous, but when you're a kid, that's a lot of fucking money, especially in the 90s. But I paid her back, then I went to court, put me on a fucking payment plan and all that stuff, and there was a guy in court, he just looked at me and goes, "You're a dumbass." I'm like, we're about to box, what the fuck you say? He's like, if you would have just saw the judge instead of bonding out, you would have been out. probably sooner than when you bond it, and you wouldn't know a dime.
Lesson learned.
And after that, in Harris County especially, I don't pay for tickets.
Yeah.
I mean, if they get me, they get me, and as soon as I see the judge, I'm out.
What a good judge. Can't all judges be like that?
Well, it's Harris County. Like I said, they've always historically been overpopulated.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out sometime. Harris
I
County.
don't recommend Harris County jail. It does kind of suck.
No, not the jail.
I mean,
I meant
if you gotta go to a jail in Texas, I do recommend Brazoria County.
I went to
Only because they still allow the trustees to smoke.
I got pulled over driving to Vegas from northern Nevada to southern Nevada, and I was going 7 miles over the speed limit. This guy pulled me over. He says he gets to his car and he like gets on the bullhorn, like he calls me. He gets my name. Get out of the car, exit the vehicle, turn around. Like, what the fuck?
Wow, what'd you do?
Nothing. The girl with me is like, what? She said the same thing. What'd you do? What happened? What'd you do? I'm like, I didn't do anything. I don't know what's going on. I'm in a rental car. I'm like, I have no fucking clue what's going on. So he has me walk backwards to him. He arrests me. This is the middle of the desert, right? He takes me, like, he basically says that there's a warrant out for my arrest, which there was not. And he takes me to this little substation, which is like a little brick house in the middle of the desert. My girlfriend took the car. She went back. I don't know what the fuck she did. They take me to a little substation. They chain me to like a bench. Someone else gets dropped off. This guy's fucking like crazy. Like he's like nah, like gnarling at his like biting at his teeth and like his ears and shit, like totally methed out or something. Another cop comes, like he's handcuffed to me. Another cop comes, belly chains me, like my ankles, wrists, and belly, chains me. I'm like, what the fuck is happening, right? They load me into like a 4Runner, like drive across the desert for a while. I'm like, where the fuck? No one's talking to me. This guy over here is like speaking different languages and shit, like nothing English.
Oh, wow.
It was a white dude, all fucking methed out. I don't know what he was saying. And then like we go to another substation. They take us out, change us to another one. This one's kind of like a bungalow, right? So now I'm chained to the thing, and this cop comes over and he's all like, "What gang are you in?" I'm like, I'm not in a gang. And he goes, "Hey, I can read tattoos though." And I'm like, "I don't know what you're reading on my tattoos." Like, I'm not in a gang. And he's like, "Sure." And then I'm handcuffed to like this bench, right? So my arms are back onto a bench. And he starts looking down my shirt at like my chest tattoos and stuff. And I'm like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, what's going on?" And he just like leaves. And it was like the weirdest experience, right? They finally take me to from that substation, so 2 substations. They finally take me. Now I'm in belly chain shit too. I get to Lyon County Jail. They put me in black and white striped fucking clothes. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm gonna start busting rocks soon or something, right? They would only call me was it not the suspect? I guess it was like suspect. They would only call me a suspect, and so they had me in this jail for a little bit. Then I'm in black and white. They pull me to a phone. You get handcuffed to a bench under a phone.
Right.
And so all I can call is bail bondsman from this phone. So I'm calling a list of bail bondsmen, asking them if they would please call my girlfriend to see where she's at, and then if I could call them back. Finally, this lady goes, "Fine, I'll do it." I give her my girlfriend's number. I hang up the phone. I wait like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I call back. She goes, "Yeah, she's on her way." Da-da-da. I'm like, "Okay, thank you." So I'm waiting and shit. All before that happened, I had I don't know any like cell phone. All I know is cell phone numbers. I don't know any regular numbers, landlines or whatever, right? So this guard is like, she's a female guard. She's walking, like pacing back and forth in front of me, and this other guy are handcuffed to the phone. The guy's on the phone, and she's using her iPhone. And I was like, "Hey, could you help me out?" And she's like, "What?" And I go, "Can you help me out?" She goes, "What'd you say, suspect?" And she yells to cops way back in this like cage. She's like, this guy thinks I'm gonna help him out." She goes, "Why do you think I'll help you out?" "I don't know, because you're to be nice." And she goes, "This guy thinks I'm nice." She's like yelling in my face and shit. I'm like, oh my god. I get like scolded for like while this guy's on the phone. Then I finally get to do all that other shit. It was so horrible, man. Like, they put me. I wish I still had the arrest warrant, like the arrest paper, like when they released me. They had me under white ? Which is so weird. And I go into this like big cell thing. Run you. I was only going like 7 miles over the speed limit. This happened for that. And I'm in there, and these guys are like just losing at who's smarter than a 5th grader or whatever. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? These guys are just in there all watching this, losing at it, and I'm just like, oh my god.
So they had you as white?
As quite ? My last Hernandez.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get to. Your last name's Hernandez.
I know, and it just puts me as white ? It was so fucking weird, man. I think they were just trying to, rile me up and put me in a white jail. I don't know. It was really weird. I finally got out and shit. 9 hours later, my girlfriend posted bail like $370 or something like that. We were on our way to vacation. I finished it. I went to vacation, had a shit time. She was mad at me the whole time, saying like I lied about some warrant, which is total bullshit. I go back to the county where the warrant was allegedly issued, and it was some like weird clerical error, and they refunded me my money. Like 2 weeks later, they gave me my money back. Yeah, fucking 9 hours, just ruined a relationship. Like they put me in black and white clothes. I was like, I haven't done anything. Like, I don't know what's happening, dude. Like, it was so fucked up.
Did the black and white fuck with you?
Yeah.
It did? Okay.
And it was, in all of this was on my 27th birthday.
Oh, shit.
like early as fuck in the morning, dude. It was so shit. But yeah, like, Lyon County is a horrible jail. They literally put me in black and white pitch. Like I was like, this is like old school, like the silent film era.
I think that's what we should do. We should put down all the jails we've been to and rank them in order of best to worst.
I would say Gardnerville is probably the nicest jail I went to. But other than that, yeah.
Brazoria County, that's easy time there. I mean, it really is. I mean, trustees can smoke. I mean, trustees more or less get to move around the whole jail pretty much unsupervised.
I've never stayed long enough to become anything. Like, I'm always just put in like the holding cells and shit.
Well, I mean, Harris County, you gotta watch it. I mean, you'll get in there, and before you even make it, when you finally get into your cell, your dorm, before you ever get situated, they'll pull you out and say you're a trustee now. Oh,
damn! When I was in Washoe, I learned I was wearing one black sock and one white sock. When I got arrested in Washoe County, they're only allowed to wear white socks, so they took them away from me and made me go barefoot.
Harris County that way. You only have white socks and white underwear.
Yeah, I had no underwear on.
If you did not have white underwear on, if you didn't have tighty whities more or less, you were going commando.
Yeah, I went commando.
You were free balling in something that
I was already
thousands
commando.
of people have been in.
Yeah, I was already commando when they arrested me. So when everyone had to strip down, we were all lined up. I was the only one naked because I had no socks, no underwear. I'm just like, all right, what the fuck's happening here? There's like 7 guys next to me. I'm just like, I'm the only one naked. I'm like, what, man? I have nothing to be ashamed of or anything, but it's just still like, what the fuck's happening, man?
I don't know if it's a good thing to be the only naked person in the jail.
I don't think it was good at all. But it's just something. There's something I lived through. You know? That's what that one wasn't my fault because I same thing, man. I didn't show up for a ticket. I don't know what it was for, but it was a failure to appear. Right. So they got me for that one. Was sucked. But yeah, so you pay your tickets, boys and girls.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with a failure to appear. Very familiar with that.
Yeah. And that's just it. That happens on the 5150 podcast.
Not on it, usually after that shit happens.
We'll share the stories, of things that have happened. But we'll do it every week and stuff, follow on all those things. I think we didn't say it at the beginning, but still. Subscribe and shit, right?
Yeah, subscribe, follow. We're on Twitch, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on whatever.
On YouTube. The planet Earth?
Most of the time we're on Earth.
Sometimes. I'm trying to get off of it.
You gonna go with Bezos?
Hell no, dude. I don't know what planet he's from, but...
Well, you heard what he's doing. He's about to, here shortly, go into space. And he's taking his brother with him.
His brother? Hey, me and my brother gonna go to space. I mean, if you can, why not?
That is rich people shit all the way through.
Yeah, 100%.
You want to go to space?
I'm so rich, I'm gonna go to space. So I can be the richest man in space.
Well, you have Jeff Bezos taking his brother to space just because he doesn't want to go alone. Who better to take than his brother? And then you have, you heard about Robert Kraft this weekend, right? The owner of the Patriots.
Yeah, no, I did not. What
happened? Okay, it made news, and it's stupid news. So he got a friend of his, and I don't remember who the person was related to the organization, for his birthday bought him a brand new Bentley.
Wow, nice.
That's some. I mean, the man's so rich now. You have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars just to impress him with a gift for his birthday. I don't give a shit how much money I have. Y'all are still getting fucking cards.
Yeah, I don't care how poor I am. I'll never be impressed by your gifts. Just give me
unless it's a monthly subscription to weed.
Yeah. No, my girlfriend actually just got me this jacket as a gift.
I saw that. That's
It's
nice.
fucking sweet. It's fucking Harley to everyone. Shout out to my girl taking care of me. Thank you, babe. It's fucking sweet.
Yeah, I was just about to ask when you were telling the story about your girl bailing you out and being mad at you if it was the same one.
Nope,
You
not
said
at all.
The relationship.
Not at all. That one, like, oh man, her mom hated me. Everyone there, because they didn't believe that I didn't have any any problems. Like I was like, this was a clerical error through Douglas County, and they got me out there. Like I don't even know where I was. I was in the fucking middle of nowhere, but Lyon County, I guess, is where I ended up. But that was it was all bullshit. Her dad was a white dude and her mom was a black chick, and her mom was just like, nope, that's a lie, you're lying. She was like, literally before that happened, I picked her up, right? This is like 5, 6 in the morning. I'm picking her up because we're going to go do the trip together. We were going to her friend's wedding.
Right.
And we're going to stay in Vegas and shit. The wedding was in Temple Bar. It was my birthday weekend, so it was going to be a fun time. But I go and pick her up, man. Her mom's all like, where are you going? Oh, I'm good right now. Where are you going? All this shit. And she's like, let me take your license plate. She came outside and wrote my license plate number and wanted to see my ID and shit. I was like, fine, I'll show it to her, like no problem. But it was just, I was just like, this is so fucked up. But whatever, I get it, your daughter, but still. It was so like, all right.
I don't think I've ever had a parent take down my license plate number. At least not
Dude,
noticeably.
I had a girlfriend's dad show up to my house and like bang on the screen door, and he's all like, my daughter's sad, you gotta come and apologize to her. I'm like, all right, fine.
Well, I mean, that's a different than
Yeah.
the license plate. I have had upset parents.
No, I try not to. Now I'm the upset parent.
You're upset? Okay, what's your kid?
My kid is my son. I have a son. He's 16 years old. He'll be here in 2 days.
I saw a picture that you posted. I think it was this weekend.
Oh yeah, I did. I put a little my phone made that. It was just from last summer.
That was really. I wanted to say that was really fucking cool. I mean, it looks like a cool dude. I can't wait to meet him.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, me too. He's coming out. He lives in Kalamazoo in LA. He's part-time both. He's about to be back in LA. He just turned 16. I was over there in April 2 months ago for his birthday, and now he's old enough. Like I want to get him driving. You know, I want to take him in a motorcycle class so he can get a motorcycle license. I like for him to get at least his driver's permit, at least too. You know.
You want to start him on a Rebel?
No, maybe. I mean, I have one he can use. I was gonna try and get him to take the class and then use the Sportster, but if he wants to start on the Rebel, that's fine.
No,
That's
you can't start him out on a Harley. That's bullshit. That's fucking.
I want to spoil my kid. No, just I'm like, hey, start on a Harley. No.
Art. That's now I kind of see why they put white question mark. That's some white privilege bullshit. Starting them out on a Harley.
Well, I fucking you know. I'm a mix of things, so it does. I don't have a race to really be a part of it. You know. I know my ass is white, my dick is brown, and I have dark hair.
Growing up, we were always told by our grandmother that we're part Cherokee.
Yeah, I think every white person was told that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize at the time. I believed the shit. I was telling it. I'm part Cherokee.
Yeah.
I was even going to look into
You and Chuck Norris.
because in Texas, if you are American Indian,
Yeah.
you get tax breaks. I was actually even going to look into that.
You might most likely, if you're in Texas area, you most likely would be like Comanche or something.
Comanche.
Yeah.
I didn't know that as a kid.
And
But my brother did I don't remember if it was Ancestry, DNA, or 23andMe or whatever. He did one of those genealogy things.
Yeah, for sure.
So we are mostly Scottish Welsh.
Yeah, I can tell. That's why I like you.
English Welsh, Scottish Irish,
Nice.
Germania,
Yep.
and Switzerland.
Yeah.
There is no color in our fucking family tree.
Nope. Just sunburn.
None. We are the whitest motherfuckers you have ever met. That's why none of us can dance. We can two-step. We can't dance.
Yeah.
Color,
Well,
color,
You
redneck.
could probably ski.
Thank you.
But yeah, like we did that, and I'm mostly like European, like Spanish and Italian area. They call it the Iberian Sea or whatever, right there. And then I have a little bit of Mediterranean, a little bit of like a little Egyptian. And then I have like almost 36% Native American blood. Like I could probably be getting checks for that shit, but I don't.
Move to Texas.
I don't cash in on my race ever. Like I just won't. I refuse to it. I'm proud. Like I don't call that my native blood. I call that my OG American blood. We were Americans over here being free first. You know,
I get it.
You know, I'm an old school. So no, very little immigrant in me is I think, you know. But yeah, I have and some Irish. I have Irish, Spanish, Italian, and like I guess it's like Hispanic is the Spain part, but it's like also native. So I could be the mix one. I'm not sure. Like we don't get too much family history. I don't have too much, but I know I'm a mix of a little bit of everything. The only thing I don't have in me is like Asian. You know, I got a little bit of African, like a little bit of like Western Europe, and then Native American. I just don't have any Asian.
Yeah, my sister did our genealogy.
What'd you get, man?
And we got like 30% native. Like
Nice.
it was like 30 right on the dot.
That's
was
what's
like,
up.
What? Like that's crazy. But
See, I'm
we know
36.
my mom, like my mom is from Texas.
Yeah.
You know, that's where she's just always grown up. And my dad is he's family's from Spain, and we got I think it was like 20% that was Spain and southern France.
Nice.
And just a lot of other, you know, just like
Yeah, it's
you know,
what I'd like to point out is like a lot of like people in Mexico. I'm not talking Guatemala. I'm talking specifically in Mexico, where Spain came in. A lot of them are mixed too.
yeah, they call mestizos.
Yeah, and then like you don't really see. It's kind of like the Indians, whatever, the natives there. It's like a racist thing. They call them Indios or whatever. But those are like the indigenous people there, you know.
Okay.
So a lot of those are all mixed too. Like it's a really weird thing. It's really weird. I feel like that the whole culture is there is a mixed culture, which is weird. And I grew up mixed, so I don't know. I have no allegiance to anyone but my country.
I mean, I thought I was at least slightly mixed, but
You could always hope, man.
I mean,
Well, those things get updated constantly.
we don't even have off-white in our family.
Well, you mix from different regions of, you know, northern.
Oh,
Europe.
well, we are a little bit of every white person there is.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Yeah, next podcast we should bring in a little thing and we'll go over a little bit more of our mix and see why this is a very international podcast.
Maybe that's what we should do is get
You can choose
the ancestry, and you've already done yours.
Yeah,
Which one did you do?
ancestry.
Okay, let's get the 23andMe.
All right.
I'll get the ancestry. We'll do that. We'll do the test here, and then send it off on the next podcast. And by the next one will be my third. So by the fourth podcast, we have the results and we'll share it then.
Yeah, sounds great.
And
So you guys have something to look forward to. We'll do live gene tests. I know there's conspiracies out there that people are like, oh, they'll use it and clone you later. I'm like, that's awesome. I would love to a little
You wouldn't
clone.
want to clone.
I need a spare liver.
Give me a clone. Clone us. Anyways, you guys, this is a good time to wrap up, right? We're about an hour in.
Oh shit! That time went by.
Just flies by. We'll be back again, and we're slowly upgrading shit. You know, we're gonna get a little better sound and better feed from us, but keep on watching. It's gonna be fun.
Keep watching, subscribe, follow us.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. This has
Peace
been
out.
the 5150.